What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my kitchen. We are here, we are decorated for upcoming Valentine's Day. And speaking of Valentine's Day, don't you love it when you go out to your community mailbox and you discover, lo and behold, that you have been delivered something, especially cycling related? That really makes me feel pretty good. So anyway, I decided to make an unpackaging video of a EC90 saddle that I actually purchased a few weeks ago off of Aliexpress. If you've seen a couple of my other videos, you know that I've purchased a few EC90 branded products, cycling products off of Aliexpress. My first one I ordered and reviewed and unboxed was this EC90 specialized power saddle kind of knockoff. Which I've been using on my gravel / cyclocross / all-road bike up until now, and so far so good. I do have a brief review to give at the end of this video on this, and hopefully I can show you what it looks like compared to this one. So anyway, a few weeks ago I decided to get a new saddle. It came up as a recommended, kind of purchase or whatever, however the algorithm works. And it was very inexpensive. So I decided, hey, what the heck, I like the looks of it. From the pictures, it looked kind of like, sort of like the Pro Stealth model with that large cutout. And I just actually did a quick search online, and it also comes up, it kind of looks like a cross between that Pro Stealth and the Selle San Marco Shortfit wide, something like that. Okay, I'll leave a picture. I'll put a picture right here. Okay, so that's kind of what I envision and what the picture showed on AliExpress of what this saddle to look like. I ordered this in, I believe, black, and I did just have a quick look on my phone here for the purchase information, the order information. And it says it's supposed to be a 250 millimeter by, I believe, 145 millimeter width saddle. Obviously, it should have that large cutout in it. And weight was listed at 220 grams. And we can check that for size here as well as weight here. So let's get into this package. Let's see what this saddle looks like. Okay, so as usual, as I mentioned in my last, I unboxed that EC90 seat post a few weeks ago, that carbon seat post. It feels very similar in packaging. You can see here, as I can see in just a second here, that there is a lot of foam packaged around this saddle. It certainly feels pretty well packaged and protected for its transatlantic journey. Okay, so this shipping time is actually fairly quick. The listing said it was shipped e-packet. I would have to double check the shipping time. I wasn't expecting this quickly, so it shipped quickly. Whatever method they ended up choosing was here rather quickly. Wow, okay, so that is a good amount of packaging for this saddle. And here we go. So as you can see, this is what this saddle looks like. Okay, so it is marked, it is branded as the EC90. EC90, it says Pro S100 or Pro 5100 here on the side. It is, I'm sure, just like steel rails. Okay, and it is a little bit more, has a slight bit more cushion feel to it versus this other power knockoff imitation saddle that I have. Okay, but it does look, I mean, overall pretty decent. Okay, so let's get it on the scale here first. We will see, as I mentioned, it was listed at 220 grams on the website. And we have got a number of 227. Okay, so that's in a reasonable range of what they have listed. I was hoping, it does feel a fair bit, well, not a fair bit heavier, but it does feel heavier than Yeah, so this one's coming in at 212 grams. So a little bit more weight to it. As I mentioned, it is a little bit more, it feels a little more padded versus this one. But yeah, so anyway, that is what that looks like. Or that's what that weighs like. And let's just double check the measurements here. The best of my ability is a bang on 145 millimeters. 145 millimeters, there we go. Yep, and length at just, it looks like about 248, 49 or thereabouts. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. It does have a fair bit of flat area here. It does flare up a fair bit as well on the rear end of the saddle, especially in comparison to this one. I don't know if you can see that quite. I'm trying to do this as best as I can. Yeah, it looks pretty close there. Yeah. Anyway, it's a different, a different large cutout saddle that I'm interested to see how it feels and performs. I'm actually going to try this on my main indoor trainer road bike right now, just to give it a very quick thought and feeling on it. Right now outside, I mean, I could ride outside, but I'd like to, I'm already experimenting with my main road bike as far as like fit and position goes, so throwing a saddle in there is just going to make things a whole lot easier. But anyway, that is that saddle. So yeah, let's see how that looks. Now this saddle, what I wanted to mention is it has been holding up very well for me. The only thing I noticed the other day was that the saddle rails, being steel or a combination of metals, it is actually rusting a little bit. The finish that they put on them has come off. I don't know if you can see that there. But it has come off a little bit. I'm sure if I threw some, like spray paint or something on those guys, I do have like an outdoor metal spray paint I could use potentially. I could probably clean that up a little bit, but otherwise it has been holding up pretty well. It has, a few hundred kilometers on it, and it has been a pretty decently comfortable saddle. So anyway, that is what EC90 is doing for me today. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. I read and review and respond to everyone. Yeah, anyway, that is my latest unboxing here, and thanks for watching. Until next time, see you.